Hi guys, it's Kyoko here, back with another speed build. This is a speed build of a plant lover's apartment. So just so you guys know, compared to how I usually record my videos and what my schedule usually is, this one was built a little bit longer ago than how I usually do my recordings. I usually build and then record right after, but this was built a few days ago and I'm only recording today. So with that said, because my memory is so freaking terrible, as I think a lot of you know, I am going to forget a lot of what this build is and what happens in it, so you'll be viewing it fresh along with me. Here I am setting up the bathroom. Because this is a plant lover's apartment, I knew I wanted a lot of green and natural colors, and I went with this wallpaper that kind of had like this leafy pattern on it, and I thought that was really cute. Putting in that old-fashioned sink. I use some old-fashioned looking appliances, but in general this apartment is relatively updated. I wasn't trying to make it look particularly old or vintage, it's just I liked the look of some appliances, as you'll see. Just dressing up the sink area, put a little litter box there because, as you know, I've been obsessed with cats recently. Hung a towel on the wall, put a doormat in. And then at this point I was like, wow, there's no plants in the bathroom. It's very counterintuitive to a plant lover's apartment, so I stuck that plant in the corner there. Moving on to the kitchen, I went with these counters, which I thought looked very nice and kind of had like, not necessarily a boho vibe, but they were modern, but not too like minimalistic, or what's the word? They're modern, but they're not too modern, you know what I mean? Like they still look kind of natural with the wood top and the leather poles. I thought was just, it looked nice to me. Put in that regular sink. As you can see, I used an old-fashioned fridge, but the stove is also relatively updated. So as I said, like there's a mix of old-fashioned stuff and updated stuff. Here I am dressing up the shelves above the sink, putting in some plants. Honestly, like this build does have a lot of plants. It definitely has a lot more plants than I would usually use in a build, especially an apartment. But I have also on Pinterest seen like actual real life plant lovers apartments, and they're like insanely full of plants. Like it's like a jungle in some of those places. So this isn't like that. I would say it's the apartment of someone who really appreciates plants. Maybe they're not like insane about plants where they need to feel like they're in a jungle, but they take care of their plants. They're a plant mom. And when you're a mom, you don't necessarily want like 200 kids, so this person has only a few kids, let's just say. Put in some cat bowls because the cat's gotta eat. Putting in a rug in the kitchen. I love the rug I used under that dining table. I think it's so pretty. I love the color of it. Putting in some little decorations. Those are like plates on the wall. I thought it was a nice touch, kind of boho looking. Put in that tapestry. I tried to use like a lot of tapestries and hangings in terms of my wall art, just because I felt that was more kind of the boho vibe I was going for. I used some paintings like this one, but this is definitely, this build has a lot less paintings I would usually use. I put a radiator over here in a nice green color, and then I put a wall hanging over here. And then I love this kitchen dining room area. This is probably my favorite part of the house. I feel neutral about the living room, which I know is not something I should say. It's a good looking living room. I really like the dining setup that I put there. But now we are moving on to the living room, putting this fireplace in, which I do believe I eventually replace. I like the fireplace. It's just like the wood grains weren't completely doing it for me, and like, I don't know, I feel like if you have a lot of plants, and there are some plants that have like wood, you know, like small trees or something, I was like, maybe it's not a good idea to have a fire. I don't know. Alright, is it okay to have a fireplace around plants? Is this a dumb question? I don't know. My brain is just has a lot of weird questions sometimes. Put in these chairs that looked really cool, kind of boho again. Let me know if I'm using that word wrong, because I don't do boho builds ever. Usually it's just a style that I don't feel like I'm very good at capturing. So this build was a little bit of a challenge for me. But let me know if you feel like this is somewhat accurate. I mean, it is really like a compilation of a lot of different styles, I think. But of course the focus is the plants. So here I am putting in a lamp on the side, and I'm going with that one. Do I? No, I use that one. And then I'm gonna put some plants up here on the cupboard, or not the cupboard, like the drawers. And then, let's see, gonna decorate that. I initially decorate this drawer thing one way, and then I actually go back and change it. So this does change, even the plant changes, and I think I scrapped the bucket on the side there. It's just like a weird touch. So if this looks a little weird right now, don't worry, it will change in a sec. Here I am. I plop a bag and some shoes in the hallway really quick because I know I'm gonna want to use those later. I'm just putting them there for now, just to remind myself that what I'm gonna do there. Change the plant to that one, move some things around, change the books. Small changes, but I feel like this look goes a lot better with my color palette than the look I previously had. Moving on, I put a piano behind the couch, or the sofa, I guess. I don't know. Is there a difference between a couch and a sofa? I feel like I should know this. I feel like with all the interior design I've studied, I should know. There probably is. Is there? Sofa just sounds nicer, doesn't it? Sofa. It sounds more fancy than couch. Sofa's probably my preferred word, so I will say it's a sofa. Over here in this corner, I don't even recall what I do. I believe I put a side table, or like I put this trunk here. I put that wire thing on the wall, and I'm pretty sure I delete later, yeah. Then I put that really pretty mirror right above it. I don't usually use this mirror because the lining of it is kind of like this rose coppery gold that I don't usually use in my builds, but I thought it looked nice with this color palette, so I let it slide. But the shape of that mirror is very pretty to me. Put in the side table next to my velvet couches, and then I put a lamp on top. Went with that lamp. And then in this back corner, I honestly don't remember what I do with it. See, here I am trying to figure out if I want to like make another room. I end up just making it like a separate little archway area. And then over here, I'm not sure what I do. Oh, I make like another little dining area, I think. Because maybe like the dining area in the kitchen is like the kitchen dining area. Wait, is this a dining area? Yeah, it is. I make it a like a circular table. Maybe this person has like a lot of guests. Maybe they have a lot of dinner parties, so they just have like two tables. Or maybe, oh, you know what? Oh, I just thought of this. Okay, so maybe in the kitchen dining area, that's like the eating dining area, and this is like where they play like board games and she has meetings and stuff. Yeah, let's see. Putting in some cat stuff. I kind of did imagine this apartment to be for a single person, for my plant lover, but it is, much like my last build, a very large apartment for just one person, so maybe this person has a partner, but I kind of built this with just like one plant lover in mind, but who knows. Setting up the bedroom, put in that bed frame, that carpet I thought was really cute, side table. Yeah, I changed that because the wood grain didn't quite match, and I'm super tense about wood grain sometimes. The amount of times you guys have to hear me say the word wood grain, I'm sorry. It must be annoying. Like when you say the word like soup or bowl over and over again and then it stops sounding like a word. Same with me in wood grain. Wood grain. Wood grain. See, it's already happening. Put in that cupboard over there. Or I guess it's like a wardrobe. Put a bench on the end of the bed. As I said in my last video, I've grown to accept benches as part of a bed setup if the person has a cat, because I think it makes sense that the cat might want to sleep on the bench. Setting up this desk. I really like the shape of this desk. It's like a recolor of the Adventures desk from the Jungle Adventure Pack, but I really like the shape of it. Put a little cat corner here, painting on the wall, kept it pretty simple in this room. Put in that calendar, little chart of plants, and then in this corner I tuck in a little, what's that called? Poof, I guess? Poof? What is it? Ottoman? I don't remember what that's called. I'm gonna say poof. And then I was like, oh my god, there's no plants in this room. I'm completely forgetting the point of this build. So popped in a hanging plant and then that plant on the side by the door. And then in this area, or I guess we do outside first. Okay, we're gonna do this little outside balcony. I love this green tile. I think it's so pretty. Such a vibe, I think. Just decorating it kind of like a plant station. I was thinking maybe this person actually has a career in plants, like not necessarily gardening, but maybe they own a plant store or like a flower shop, or they're like a plant shopper and they like help people buy plants for their house or something, which I only recently learned as a job, which is really cool. But set out a little chill area over there, and then over here I'm putting in a little outside dining area. This person has a lot of places to sit down and dine, so hopefully they use them all. Here I was like, what the hell am I gonna do here? This is just like another extra space I don't know what to do with. I actually, honestly, I don't even remember what I do with it. Did I make it a painting area? Is that what I do? I don't think so. I think there's just an easel and then just like a little bookshelf, or desk. Okay, another desk. I guess this is like I guess the desk in their room is like the real work desk, and this one is just like the chilling, reading, writing work desk, I guess. I don't know, this person has 2 desks and they must be very busy. Over here, putting in a little thing to hang hats and stuff. And then moving back to the hallway, I'm just gonna finish up with a rack that holds a scarf, and then putting some plants in there. As you can see, as I said before, there's not like an insane amount of plants in this build. I definitely could have gone a lot more plant heavy, but I feel like I found a nice balance, and I'm pretty happy with how this build turned out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.